Messaged Pete, but he hasn't messaged back. Oh, we're live. There we go. See who turns up.
See if people flock.
Has Pete seen the message? No, he's not even seen the message.
He's probably far too busy.
Yeah, doing actual work. How's Belle? Is she all right?
Yeah, she's good. She's at work at the minute. She's fine.
She work where you live now, or she's commuting somewhere?
She commutes, but it's not far.
Okay.
She's about only about 15 minutes away. It's not too bad in Newton Abbot. We're in Torquay. She works in Newton Abbot. It's about 15 minutes, sort of inland.
Yeah, I know it actually. Yeah, I knew you'd moved to Torquay. I love it down Torbay. Brixham is my favourite of the three. I've stayed in Paignton as well. That's quite nice.
Paignton's kind of,
It's okay. Yeah.
It's okay. It's a bit like sort of Blackpool type.
It was actually the town along from there with the railway line along the back of the beach. Just sort of one over. I can't remember what that was called now. That's where we stayed one year.
Well, Brixham is actually the most desirable place to buy a house in the UK, I think, at the moment.
Oh, I thought that was Hitchin. It is lovely. That harbour, though.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, that's where you see. We went down there a couple of weeks back, and they had all the seals were out and stuff. You get dolphins up there, and yeah, it's nice.
Don't.
It's nice.
Oh, people are coming in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hello, people. Lee, Kirsten, hello, Chris, good to see you. Antiques. Oh, they're all turning up. Hi, Richard. We're going to attempt to get some work done. These live streams don't normally work out that way for me, but we'll see.
No, they don't generally.
My head is all over the place, so this is kind of, just bring myself back down to earth because we've got a lot going on. We've gone with an agent to sell the house. They're coming around tomorrow to do the photos. We're going to have an open day of pre-booked viewings, and the agent pretty much said it will sell that day. And that just feels mental, just feels utterly mental. So yeah, my head is all over the place. What is this listing thing you refer to? I haven't done a lot, Derek, for a while, so I need to. Richard's listing, married to reselling. Hi, that's handy. Was just looking for something to watch. Yeah, you can procrastinate whilst watching us procrastinate. How's that? Liam as well. Wow, everyone's got nothing better to do.
Remember a few years ago when you used to kind of wait months to sell your house? You put it on the market, you get a few people in, the odd cheeky offer, and then you might sell your house 3-6 months later. But now, put your house on the market, it's gone. Sometimes it doesn't even hit the the inbox or whatever.
And interestingly, we had 3 agents come in to value it, and we've gone with one. They all said, put it on somewhere here as a guide price, and we'll sell somewhere here. That the market's that strong, you just let offers come in, which is going to be quite exciting on the day, I think. But it's just
the open day thing seems to be common now. The open days, it's like that's what they seem to be doing all the time. We went to a few of those. And it's like, right, everyone has to put in your best and final offer. They don't mess about. They don't come back, right, see if they'll put in a bit more. No, see if they'll put in. No, just put your best offer in or you lose it.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. So it should be done and dusted that weekend.
Crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, might be the right time now because in a few months they reckon it's going to slow up the market a bit. Obviously, with the cost of living going up and stuff, they reckon the housing market might slow down a bit.
Yeah, but in some ways it's irrelevant because I suppose getting a buyer,
getting a quick buyer, like what you're hoping for,
because it's all relative, and some parts of the country are different, but it all goes up and down kind of together anyway. But yeah, you're right. As in finding a buyer might be harder in a few months.
Yeah, finding a quick buyer. Yeah, but I mean, obviously, if you're in a house or you're moving and you don't intend to move again for a while, it makes no odds what your house is worth at that point.
I'm just going to move my mic. So what are you listing?
Well, picked up some. I was on a live earlier doing a lunchtime live, and I mentioned these. These will be right up your street. These gig programs. You'll love these. It's probably your kind of band.
Go on.
Yeah, Steps.
You had me for a moment then. Okay. Try again. Oh, Steps.
Oh, this one's definitely yours. Blue, One Love, 2002.
Oh, Andrea's seen Blue live.
Nice.
Weirdly.
Boyzone. What about Boyzone?
Boyzone. Where did you get them?
I bought a job lot. I just bought the whole lot. They were only a couple of quid, but actually, one of them, I've listed this one. I only paid £2, and I've got about 10 here.
Nice.
This one I've listed for 35 quid. It's the S Club and the S Club Juniors tour.
That's got the TV presenter now. What's her name? Rochelle, is it? Rochelle Hume. She was in S Club.
Oh, in the Juniors. Could be.
And she's now married to the guy who was in JLS.
Ah, let me look for her. Hang on. She's only a kid, obviously, in this. But...
yeah, she'll be about like 12 or something when she was in the Juniors. There you go. Yeah, she's like a really big TV presenter now.
Really? I don't reckon. Well,
yeah.
Yeah, so I've got a few here. I've got Westlife, Wet, 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 and a few others.
Wow. Yeah, not quite my music scene, but I can appreciate them as items.
To be fair, I could have sworn that you'd have been into them.
No, that's here. He's into S Club, isn't it?
So I'm gonna get them listed. Easy listings, really.
Quick question there. When you guys are selling football tops, I've got a load to list that I've had for years. And NBA jerseys, which category do you go for? You've sold a lot of that sort of stuff, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, football tops. There's a category for it, isn't there? There's football jerseys and shirts, I think, and the same for NBA. I don't really know what other. I mean, it depends. If it's old football shirts, you could go memorabilia, couldn't you? Football, sports memorabilia. But I would always, if it's a shirt, I would just go jerseys, shirts and jerseys.
Yeah, I do have a bag to do, actually. Got a load of stuff from rugby.
It's a bit like, like gig T-shirts. So do you put it in T-shirts or do you put it in music memorabilia? Clothing?
Well, I think within music memorabilia, if I remember rightly, you can select the band, which I've done it that way. So then if people are searching in that band category, like they'll find it maybe. Yeah. So when I've sold those, I think that's how I did it. But it's not for a long time. They may have changed up all the categories now and how you can do it. But well, I'm going to get some research and drafts done on some, talking of music, I'm going to put some of the decent LPs I've got. Iron Maiden. This one, which blew my mind when I picked it up, The Darkness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that album. I had that on CD.
Yeah, it was huge that year. That was the year we opened our high street media store. This was number one that Christmas.
What year was that?
It would have been 2003. And I've got some Depeche Mode duplicates that I'm going to list as well. So we'll see what I think I'm going to get for them. I'll try and keep an eye on the chat, but if I'm actually going to do work, I can only do one thing at a time. I'm a bear of very small brain. I can quickly talk about that. Our business partner, who's managing the whole tech side of it, now has COVID. So it's all kind of down tools at the moment on the app for a while. I think he's quite ill with it. And when I had it, it took me at least a week to get my energy back. So I think progress will stall for a week or so. But yeah, it's looking really good. We've clearly missed March as a launch because we're at the end of March.
When do you reckon it'll be ready then?
I'm going to stop saying when it's coming out because I don't know. And we have the hurdles to go through, as in to submit it to the App Store and to Google Play. And they they then have to vet it and approve everything. And that's how long's a bit of string, just that bit. So I don't know. But yeah, it's exciting. It will be this season. There we go. That's the new target this season.
Hope so. Yeah, I'm gonna try it when you get it out. I'm gonna try and do one round here.
Yeah.
See what happens. They've had them round here last year. I came to one before we even knew we were going to move here. We came to one round here. So I know that they have done them in the past, but obviously they've done them the old-fashioned way. So
yeah, one of the big aims is that it will provide a set of tools that makes your job as an event organizer that much easier, because you can advertise that you're setting one up and you just say to people, download this free app and pin your own stall. So you don't have to manage creating a map or creating a Google map and liaising with all these people. It automates a big part of it. And then that map that's automatically created is there on the day it goes live, and all the sellers just download the app and go round the pre-made pins.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if and when you set one up, you'll still have to do your local promotion. It won't, until it gains a big foothold, hopefully, it won't so much be a promotional tool. It'll just be the tools to set one up.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah, so you just promote it on like Facebook Marketplace and create an event or something.
And we'll have hopefully by then a QR code that you can put in all of your groups and that as an image, and people just scan, download for free, and then they've got it all in their pocket. So I'm beyond excited about that. Yeah, so cool. But to say it was a harder task than we imagined, it's one of those, if I'd have gone into it knowing, I would have been a bit, oh, wow, this is a bit maybe big for me. But you just have to go in naively, don't you, to projects like this?
You don't have to give me any numbers, but has it cost you a lot of money to work on it?
We did there were several ways of funding it, because when we went straight to the big firms, it was astronomical numbers that we went, okay, the only way we're doing this is crowdfunding it then. That wasn't an option at the beginning. But the way we've done it is the guy we partnered with, we've set up a company and he's taken an equity share, because he believes in the project that much that he has taken that as a huge amount of his fee, if you like.
Okay.
But there are costs involved, obviously, and it's not cheap.
Yeah.
And that's how we got around the huge numbers that were being bandied about, was by giving away a percentage of the company.
Makes sense, but also it keeps the person developing it, keeps them moving as well, doesn't it?
Absolutely. He's in it as much as we're in it. Yeah. So he's like, he wants it out and he wants it to work. So yeah. But because it's a small team, it's taking longer than it might have done if we'd have gone the traditional pay a company to build it route.
Yeah.
Could
have gone on Dragon's Den.
Yeah, but going on Dragon's Den without a working thing,
very difficult.
Yeah. Hello, we are going to do this.
We need your money to do it.
Yeah. Revenue streams. I mean, there are several ways of doing it with apps. The two most popular ones are adverts, or there's three ways. You can pay for the app. We're not doing that at all, because we just want, there'll be thousands of hopefully casual users that aren't going to pay just to go round a jumble day or to find out where their local charity shops are. So it's all going to be free. So we then have to fund it either by adverts, which is a very popular way of doing it. It's kind of the YouTube model, or there's a free model and then there's add-ons. So some of the bells and whistles that we're going to do for resellers, they'll be like, of course I'll pay a few quid a month to get all of that extra info. We don't know. And that's going to be that's down the line when we've got it working, we've got a big user base, and then we'll think about monetizing it. We have to take a long view on this, I think. So yeah. Anyway, right, I'm going to look up some vinyl, I think. Welcome everyone. If I haven't said hello, Rich is in, tea cakes. Wow, lots of chat. Yeah, we had the third agent in today. It's all happening. Yeah, exciting times. Okay. So with those programs, are you managing to find completed today, or are you just kind of making up a price?
So far, these two steps ones are listed this morning. These have both got history on, so that's gone up for 15 quid. And that one's gone up. Initially, I put that up for £20 because I couldn't find it. Because initially, I thought it was just S Club Juniors, so that's what I was searching. And then I realised it was double-sided. So when I searched S Club or S Club 7, then this one came up. And I found that somebody had one listed for 40 quid.
Wow.
I know, madness, isn't it? So I listed it at 35. I started off at 20. I'm thinking, I'll put it up for 20, but then I found that one at 40, so I listed mine for 35.
Yeah. Programs are weird. They can be virtually worthless. I've tried selling some in the past and you just can't sell them. And then the bands you'd expect, well, bands that I love, for example, early Depeche Mode ones, you can be right up into the 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 quid. It's crazy for early tours. Even the recent ones are worth doing. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll be sat on these forever. I don't know.
Well, it's one of those. If you're in them for like pennies, which you are, it doesn't really matter, does it?
No.
Right, Iron Maiden. Power Slave. I'm pretty sure I looked this up and it was about 30 quid or something.
Peter Ray picked up an Iron Maiden program the other day.
Ooh.
I saw him talking about it.
What, an old one? Do you know what?
I don't know. I can't remember. Right, I'm going to do these.
I was wondering why there was no results. It's because I can't spell. Useless. Right, I'm going to go and get a drink. I'll leave my channel in your capable hands for a minute.
Oh, God. Everybody go subscribe to Cookie and the Haydens whilst we're here. He's gone. All right, I'm busy listing now. I'm not going to distract me. Right, steps into Christmas. Anybody want a steps into Christmas program? Times are hard. What are people going to be looking for on eBay? Steps 2001 programs.
I heard that shameless promotion.
The same, when times are hard and people have got no money with bills going up, they're definitely going to be looking for the Steps 2000 and something Christmas program.
I think so.
They're going to need this.
Right, I'm pretty sure this was a first press. There's a first press in there, went for 40. Let's see what details they've got on it.
There's one listed. Well, there's one sold for 15 quid. That's not bad.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, and there's one listed for 22, so I'll probably go somewhere in the middle.
What, on that last steps one you just showed?
Yeah.
See, they're kind of back again in a big way, aren't they? They had an album out not that long ago, and they were touring. So I guess they've got a whole new load of fans or interest now.
Well, this sold in February, Christmas thing. I don't even know what year this is. 2000. Classed as vintage that now. 2000.
Oh, don't. What does that make us?
Antique.
This is the first pressing, I think. I'm going to aim at the top of that, about 40 quid then. Let's have another look. This is weird. I was at one of these jumble trail things in a village not far from here, and my brother-in-law, my sister and my brother-in-law were there, and they do part-time reselling. And Stuart said to me, "Oh, did you see that guy stack of vinyl?" And I said, "Oh, no, I haven't looked yet." He said, "Oh, there's an Iron Maiden LP in there." And I went over and bought it for £3. And I thought, why did he not buy it?
Yeah.
But I don't think he's comfortable doing vinyl, you know. It's
yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I do get that. And to be honest, I used to be the same. But
there's loads of stuff that I'm not comfortable picking up. Lego, I know you're fine with Lego, but I do not pick up Lego ever. Unless it's a sealed box. That's it. I won't pick it up.
I find it really easy to deal with that. I don't know. It's a weird one. Even if you're just going to sell it by the kilo, it's super easy to do.
Yeah, can't be bothered with it. I guess we all have our comfort zones, don't we? And I don't mind stepping out of it, but something like Lego, I just never got into it.
Yeah, that splits the community. There are people that, like you said, like, no, not touching it. I know there's loads of money in it. I don't care. But I'm like that with jewelry. I've tried to learn how to spot gold and silver and stuff. And I don't know. I should. I see what Lex picks up and finds and think, I could be doing that.
Is there anything else that you avoid like the plague?
I don't know, not really. I do tend to dabble in most things, as you've probably seen, but no. I'm trying to steer away from TVs now. Not since the thing we had, actually. That's not part of it. People won't know what we're talking about. But yeah, I'm finding that they're more hassle than they're worth now. And I guess that palaver was part of that.
Just annoying, isn't it? I had a guy come and collect that for free.
Cool.
I put it on Facebook. I said, anyone want it? Like, it needs some attention. And he came and I said to him, well, you might be able to fix it. I told him what, it just wouldn't turn on.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, well, I fix TVs for a living, so it'll be a piece of cake for me. So
yeah, hopefully. Like you said, it's probably something's come loose. We better explain. I had a TV that it was ours that we had, I think, for Ellen years ago. And then I used it as my testing machine for probably the last 4 or 5 years. And then I got a new flat screen one for in here. And Chris went, oh, I'm after one of them. So I sent it down to you and it arrived broken. Wow.
I wouldn't mind, but the amount of packaging you put around it was, I've got peanuts for life here now. I've saved them all. I've kept them. But you put loads of packaging around it. It was perfectly packaged. There's nothing up with that. But I don't know if something's been shaken or something.
Yeah, I would imagine it was
nothing.
The whole thing was just dropped and something's shaken out of place. It's one of them.
Never mind.
Wasn't the end of the world. Whoops, wasn't a question. Sorry, I've not been looking at the chat.
I have got to tell you now, after that one happened, I picked one up on Facebook Marketplace about a week later.
People saying, Cassie's got COVID. So many people we know are getting that now. Yeah. It's just been left to go through to the country now, and that's what it's doing. Yeah. Yeah, Cassie, I hope it doesn't affect you too badly.
Mel had it real bad in Australia, didn't she? Did you see
she
some of her
was
videos?
she was similar to me when I had it. Yeah, I was laid up for a similar amount of time, but that picture on her video of her in hospital looked really bad.
Yeah, she definitely had it bad.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, I think she's okay now. I speak to her quite a lot now. She's lovely, absolutely lovely. Oh, Kirsten's uploading today's fascinating vlog. If you're not subbed, you should be. Go and sub to Kirsten. See, a fascinating vlog. Go check it out. I have a bunch of incomplete Lego sets. Do they sell or sit? It will depend what the set is. You know, if you've got a Jurassic Park, for example, set missing loads of bits, it will sell anyway. It doesn't matter. Same with Friends stuff that sells just because it's Lego Friends. I would research, if you've got the set numbers, research the set number. You'll quickly find out the demand on that sort of set. And if there's not big demand, lump a few together. They'll sell well anyway. Rich has been in bed with a migraine. Hope that clears up. Do you know anything about the Morrissey and Mark Pink fundraiser book for Salford Lads Club? No idea. Sorry, Catherine. That's new to me. No, I think Google is your friend on that one. How do you find selling Duplo? I've got 18 kilo to sell. Currently have it listed in 250, 500, 1,000 grams. Can't shift it. I did. Wow, what was that? Is that your phone?
Yeah, it's my phone.
I sold mine. I think the last load I cleared in kilo lots. Was it kilo lots? And cleared that fairly quick. Maybe you need to look at your competition, Matt, on price, or do 2 kilo bundles or something. I would say going large is going to make it easy to sell. The smaller bundles will be harder to sell. How do you both keep your offices so tidy? Wow, I struggle with that. Mine's a mess most of the time. It's tidy at the moment because we've had people coming looking at the house. Oh, someone else had COVID, been off with COVID for over 2 weeks. First week like the flu, second week exhausted. Yeah, that I was off for about a week, if not 10 days. I can't remember. No, that was the quarantine period, but I was laid up for about a week and then felt knackered for about a week after. So yeah. Right.
Brooks.
This is what normally happens when I go live. I'm so fascinated with the chat, I don't do any work. Found another one of these Iron Maidens on at 50.
It's actually snowing in Devon.
Oh.
It does not snow here. This is the first time in 600 years that it's snowed in Torquay.
Really?
I'm joking. It's a long time. It's a long time.
I thought you knew that stat and you were just sharing an amazing stat.
There's kids out in the street who are filming on their phones because they've probably never seen snow.
Wow. We had about 5 minutes and now it's sunny. It was weird. When the estate agent was here, he sat down, it was quite nice and snowy, and then it all went dark and doomy, and then it snowed, and then it brightened up again. He left. Really weird. Nothing settled though. So why did that one go for 50 quid on bids? Condition. I think mine's Yeah. I'm going to stick with 40. Okay. So I'm going to sell similar, pretty much keep their title, I think. Vinyl 12-inch LP Iron Maiden Power Slave first press. Not sure I'm going to call it excellent. I'm going to call it very good. I would rather
between that.
What?
There's a fine line between excellent and very good.
Yeah, I would rather undersell it, if you like. No, that's not the right word. You know what I mean? Under-describe with vinyl, and make them think when they get it, go, "Oh, that's really nice," rather than the other way around. Hello, Pete. We've had all weathers: rain, snow, wind, sun. Yeah, similar here. There's always random sellers who seem to get beyond the odds, Matt. It may just be that they're ranking number one, or they've got like a crazy high amount of promotion on that. You know what I mean? If they're using that promote thing and they're doing 10, 20% or something, that's another option to get it moving. If you've got the listings on there already, just instead of running a sale on it, whack your promotion right up. That could work. John's got COVID. God, dear. Feeling guilty for taking 3 days off. No, it wipes you out. Okay, so we're going to go with very good. I'm going to put a description, condition description in. Okay, so I could probably describe the sleeve as excellent now. Sleeve is in, I'll stick with very good. I don't want to over. Very good, crisp, clean condition, only slight edge wear. But it does have a big label that I'm not going to attempt to get off. £4.49. Crazy for vinyl LP. Please note there is the original price sticker on the sleeve. A bell I can hear.
Yeah, she's just come in.
Inner sleeve is in clean condition also.
Lee says, I like listing.
Well, that's a good thing. If you enjoy the listing part. I do once I get going, but getting going I find difficult. It's weird.
Somebody said to me the other day that they'd actually quite happily outsource the sourcing part of the job because they don't really enjoy the sourcing. And I'm like, no way, surely not.
Wow, that's unusual.
That's mad, isn't it?
Most of us love the buy-in.
Yeah. Andy says, "Are Yodel any good?" Well, as good as anyone, I guess. They're all about the same, in my opinion.
It depends on your experience. Yodel are the one company I would not touch with a barge pole.
Not using.
We had terrible experience with them. Probably just, unfortunate, but yeah, I wouldn't use them.
There you go then, Andy. I don't use them, but
that's one experience, isn't it? I hear people that just moan on and on and on about Hermes, and other people that rave about how good they are.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, they're not Hermes anymore. They're whatever they are.
Every,
yeah.
You know, they don't seem to. I mean, when they put out a press release saying that they were going to make all these changes behind the scenes, they said they were going to employ 200 customer service people in the UK, provide a phone number that we can all access to speak to people when there's a problem. So wouldn't it make sense from a business point of view, if you're spending millions rebranding yourself, is that you don't launch until everything is in place? Because they clearly don't have anybody to speak to on the phone. They haven't issued a phone number. So what's going to happen now with Every is that they're going to get a raft of negative reviews like they had before on their new name because they're not ready for it yet. It makes no sense.
That does sound a bit of a daft way of going
because
about it.
They're clearly rebranding to try and get away from all the negative press that they've had. But they've launched without having everything in place. So now all they're going to do is they're still getting a load of negative press because people can't contact them and they've got no customer service.
Yeah, I guess they could have carried on as Hermes in the interim. I don't know legally if you can do that, but I guess if they bought the company, they bought the name, so they could have carried on using it. Maybe there was a legal issue as to why not, but is that actually listed?
I don't know.
I wondered. Right, I'm going to put the matrix numbers in the listing as well. Although I'm as blind as a bat, so I can't read them. Oh, that's the B side. If you're just tuning in, you have joined a riveting stream where we are attempting to do some work. Chat amongst yourselves. Working but listening. Hi, Dave. Contacted eBay, letting them know about my other account. They've upped my limit. Cool, that's good. Excellent. Oh, just passed a Hermes branded lorry. Yeah, it's going to take quite a while to change their whole fleet over, isn't it? Imagine how much they've got to do to change all of the signage and all the lorries. What a palaver. Okay, so we've got A1U. A1U -1. P U dash. Can't read the other side. One dash one. Early. Have you messed about with these videos yet on eBay listings?
Not on listings, no. I was talking on the stream before about, you can add some people can, I don't know if they're rolling it out, but you can add a video to your storefront on eBay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can kind of talk about your store and maybe give people some confidence in buying from you. I don't know, but you can add that to your shop front now.
So a bit like the video you get on YouTube, which we've never actually got around to doing. It's like an introduction thing.
Yeah, like a trailer.
Yeah.
You can do that now. Have you put any videos on listings?
No, haven't done much listing since the last big push I had. Okay, so Royal Mail 48. I think I'll add shipping to this one. Are you all free shipping or added, or do you mix it up?
Mostly added, but if it's like media games, then I'll just do it free.
Yeah.
I contemplated just going free on everything, to be honest with you. But every time I think about it, I kind of stop myself, because then it affects all your best offers and everything, doesn't it? You've got to start thinking about how low you can accept an offer on without, it affecting your shipping costs and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for now, I'm going to leave it, but I wouldn't rule out in the future I may go free shipping at some point.
One reason it is a positive for having it added on is that you can do discounts when they buy multiple things, then take them off, because if it's added in, it's that bit harder. You know what I mean? They don't get any bonus for buying multiples unless you're going to then combine and give them money off, or rather than I don't know if we still do, but we used to have it set up across the store where if you buy multiple, it only charges you one shipping.
You can set that, but it can get complicated.
It can. I think it's not on anymore because it did get complicated. Okay, I'm going to go with that. So I've gone at 40 plus shipping on the Iron Maiden. Do the pictures later. How have Every got 2.8 million reviews on Trustpilot? I guess they've just
they probably just they probably just changed their name on Trustpilot. And
but why would they do that if the whole point is they want to rebrand and take them? Maybe they're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, seems a lot, doesn't it? In a very short space of time.
Yeah. When you do labels, it still says Hermes trading as every. Yeah, they'll probably slowly switch that over. That's kind of a standard thing, isn't it? 60 items listed today. Wow, Steve.
I've never listed 60 in my life in a day. Never.
Haven't you? I only have when I'm doing media.
I don't do a lot of media, so.
I actually prefer using Hermes lockers over Royal Mail. Okay. I did enjoy it when I was using it for that offer period. Yeah, it's okay. You may have seen in my videos about how I do my labels and how quick it is with Royal Mail. So that's kind of why I stick with that, really. And everything's tracked. Even my large letters are tracked, and I get it less than counter price. So
that's good. Yeah, because you've got a business account.
It just works for me.
I use Hermes predominantly, but it's pretty quick on Hermes. Their new website does a bulk upload, and it's so much faster than it used to be. I can do 20 parcels in 5 minutes. I can have the labels done and printed. It's very quick.
So it pulls everything from eBay direct?
Pulls all from eBay, and all I do is have a cursory glance at each one just to make sure it looks okay. And if it's a different weight than my default weight, obviously I have to change it. But it's very quick. I just have a cursory look, add to basket, quick look, add to basket, quick look, and I can have 20 done in 5 minutes.
That's cool.
What I have started doing, and I mentioned it last week on something, is I've started putting 2 labels on every package. Front and back, or top and bottom, just because if one gets damaged, I think maybe it's less likely, especially with Hermes, when they start throwing stuff around the floor. It's at least there's a second option rather than it go in a pile of stuff that they can't identify or whatever.
Yeah, I thought about doing that, and I've had a couple of parcels recently that have done that. And every now and again, I will catch the corner of a label and it will kind of peel up as it's going in the back or something. You think, well, if it's that easy to peel a label back and it stick to the inside of the sack, you're thinking that's where these lost parcels are going.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah. I think it might help with a couple that might disappear, due to damaged labels or something.
Yeah, and thinking about it, my return is on that same label, and I don't put anything in 90% of my parcels with any return details on. So if it went to the lost mail office where they open it and try and get it back to its owner, they wouldn't even go anywhere. It just
yeah. So I have started doing that. I mean, there's no cost involved because the labels are free generally anyway. So I just have to get a bit of a stash of labels in.
Can I ask, has everyone got the same issue as me with every labels needing to be printed using a printer, not a label printer? No, I've only done it since they switched. I've only done it through eBay's portal, but mine went through on a label printer.
I use every direct. I use Hermes Direct when I do it, so it's fine. It's fine. But you put that 88%. I set mine at 95, and it just about fits on. So that's like the maximum I can get it to print on a 6 before label. 95%.
Yeah, the Packlink ones just go through at 100. I think on mine come up perfect.
Yeah.
I think Jeff is asleep right now. He normally comes in if he hears me talking to anyone. Yes, I certainly put the matrix number on that first edition Iron Maiden because it's a bit of a selling point on that one. I don't on everything. I've done a few videos on doing 5 seconds or less. It's working. They seem to get more views than normal listings. That's interesting. I wonder if eBay's pushing those more.
Maybe.
To promote that feature, A 5-second video seems tiny, though, you say.
You can't show much, can you?
Yeah. I'll have to play with it when I get a bit more headspace and things have calmed down with the house and make a video about it and my thoughts. I have that multi-buy discount on it, and it gradually increases the amount as the quantity goes up. Oh, multi-quantity discount. Yeah, I use that. I was using it on the stationery to great effect, actually. Yeah. The other day I sold 8 Wii cables packs to one buyer. Wow. Oh, with free shipping. So you're basically multiplying the shipping up because there is no free shipping, is there? It's factored in. Yeah. Nice. Gamer Life, did we like the house that you viewed in Norfolk? Yes, very much so. I'll leave it there for now. Yeah, things are happening fast. Right, I've distracted myself. So, this Darkness album is not in good condition. I'm going to draft it, but I'm going to play it through, not live on the internet, but I will play this through too, so I can at least put it plays, hopefully. But that has been well loved. See what completeds are like. The Darkness lead singer, Justin Hawkins, I think it is. He has a YouTube channel now, and it's a good watch.
All right.
Yeah, he just gives his opinions on bands and artists and stuff.
Right.
And he's quite strongly opinionated. What's it called? Permission to Land.
Not many people like blue anymore. This one's not worth much.
I don't even know if are they still a thing?
I don't think so.
No?
I think maybe they get together when they do these 80s reunion type gigs, but
oh no, they were 2000s.
Oh, sorry, not 80s. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
90s, 2000s. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, but they did. There's some reunion thing. Didn't Steps, Blue, 5? Didn't they all get together once and do a gig?
They did I think it was called that, the reunion tour. There was a TV series about it where they were getting those bands back together. Andrea went with a friend up to see that tour in London. Yeah, it was 5, Blue, 3T, which is why Andrea was interested. Oh, yeah. And I can't remember who else.
3T, they only had one song, didn't they? I only remember one.
They had
Anything, wasn't it?
I think Anything was their big one, but they had maybe 3 or 4 hits off that first album, and then they got into publishing hell with Sony, and they kind of messed them about for years on end, held all their music back, and yeah, Andrea would tell you all about it in detail if you cared.
Isn't one of them related to Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson's brother, Tito Jackson, who was in the Jackson 5. Yeah. They're his sons, his 3 sons.
Oh, all 3 of them, right? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and they're all called names beginning with T, hence the 3T bit.
I didn't know
that. Okay, why is this not coming up? Maybe there's none currently available. Blimey. Sold. Hello. The Darkness, Permission to Land, gatefold vinyl LP, first press, £85. They've gone up since I last looked.
That's expensive.
The Darkness, Permission to Land, unplayed, 75. 75, 85. Wow. Sealed one at 100. A pre-owned one at 100. What? That's mental. Yeah. trying to see if there's any in the sort of condition I've got. Andrea, come and look at this. Remember that darkness LP?
This is the shredder. It's full of paper.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look at this. Actually, I should probably be screen sharing, but I'm not sure.
You know what I learned today?
Hey?
Darkness drummer is Roger Taylor's son.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think it ever used to be, man. They must have a new drummer. So Roger Taylor's son is a drummer. Yeah, look. Darkness, Permission to Land vinyl record pre-owned 100. I know, but they're finishing all around 75. Mine's this one. Look at it. It's a bit.
Oh yeah,
It's scratches a little bit.
Got quite a few scratches.
But I mean, if people are paying that for a used one, it's got to be beyond 50 quid. Well, there's one at 64, weirdly. But
oh, interesting.
I like it. I might just put it on auction.
There you go.
Looks like demand is good and there's none currently available. I don't know. Should I auction it? I'm so on the fence about auctions.
I can't be asked with them. I really can't.
Yeah. I got well and truly burnt by that cartridge. Which is insane. Because people thought it was funny. Oh, here's Jeff. Come here. You awake now?
There it is.
Yeah.
Should get Cookie. They can meet each other.
Yeah.
How's it going with Doggy these days?
Good. Yeah, he's very much at home here now. He's kind of a bit of a nervous dog. He's got a bit of a fear of big dogs, so he gets very vocal. But he's perfectly at home here with us. Andrea. We still mistakenly call him Monty quite often because he looks very similar. Oh, there's that lovely noise. Oh, and again. Oh.
Bloody hell. Stop showing off.
Right. Oh, I've just thrown my phone on the desk. Sorry, Jeff. That made you jump.
I can't get my app to make that noise anymore, even though I delete the app, reinstall it, re-download it. It just will not ka-ching anymore.
On an iPhone?
Yeah, not having it at all. I've done everything, all the usual stuff.
Very odd.
Yeah.
I think that was 3 things to one buyer.
Makes sense, I suppose. Very unusual.
A few CDs and a load of the stationery. If that's someone who's watching, thank you very much. It could be. Right, I need to work out if this is a first pressing. I think it is. Well, I imagine in 2003 they did very few pressings of vinyl anyway. B11, A11, it's got to be. Oh, it should have a poster apparently. Do I have a poster? No. That won't help. I didn't check if Pete messaged me back. Nope. I think I might do an auction. I'll just start it at 50 quid. Gives it a chance. And I'll be happy if it goes for one bid. Oh, he's not there. Trying to find a listing that has the matrix numbers. I just want to double check that that is the first. I'm just going to go on Discogs quick. Oops. Darkness permission. Okay. What's going on in the chat? I'm just using Discogs just to have a look on there. I use that for information on editions and stuff. I tend to use eBay to gauge prices rather than Discogs because that's the market I choose to sell on at eBay. But Discogs is handy.
Thought I'd better go and check on Annabelle, make sure she's all right.
How's she doing all right?
Yeah, she's been in training today to learn how to deal with, be like an admin sort of person when there's a big disaster or a big incident.
Wow.
So, yeah.
What's her role again? I can't remember exactly what she does.
At the moment, she's admin for the police, so she's like admin to like the chief super and some of the other chief of police. So
Wow, cool.
She does stuff like that. Yeah, that may change soon, but yeah, she showed an interest in. They were looking for volunteers to be trained up. You know, if there was a big, like, major incident, someone to help with that.
Yeah, I bet that's an interesting role then. I bet it's quite varied as well.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Before I left, I trained in something similar. Before I left, I volunteered to be on an international disaster team. So if, say, there was like you see unfortunately on a regular basis, like a tsunami somewhere or an earthquake or something like that, or a terrorist incident, and they require international assistance, then I was on that team to go and
so more coordination, I guess, coordinate resources and people and stuff.
Partly that, but also a lot to do with gathering evidence and you know, things like picking up body parts and bagging stuff, you know, that kind of thing. But I never got called upon, thankfully.
Cool. Hey, Tom. Excuse me. Hello, Jeff. I didn't know you were still there. He's looking up here as if, who are you talking to? Why are you leaving me out? He's got such FOMO, this dog. Micah Ching went for a long time when I also installed Depop and Vinted. So I deleted them all, installed Depop and Vinted first, and eBay last. Ka-ching returned.
That's random, isn't it? Why would that even happen?
Where do you get free labels?
There's loads of places you can get free labels now. I know if you've got a business account with Royal Mail, you can get them, can't you?
That's where mine come from. Yeah, I just order them up through royalmail.com and they turn up.
UPS, I think FedEx maybe do them as well.
Good to know. Oh, he's gone now. He's heard his mum. He'll stop bugging me. Right, what was I doing? I'm going to list this on auction because I'm feeling fruity. Right, we'll do sell similar from that one. Darkness, Permission to Learn, Vinyl LP 2003. A-1-1 gatefold edition. Condition used. No poster, which sucks. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to do a play test on it, so I'll just describe that later. But let's get a draft done for now.
Well, look, turns out Ronan Keating is less popular than Blue. So this one is not. This one, people have got this listed for £4 with best offer on. So I'm not even going to waste my time on that. That's going to charity shop.
Put it with the Boys Own one.
Put it with Boys Own.
Well, the Boys Own one I doubt would be worth much, and as a pair, it just adds a little bit and make you stand out.
Yeah,
it might, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Whether it still goes a large letter or whatever, then, or whether it's too big already, don't know if that's a consideration, but
possibly too big anyway. Let me see what this Boys Own one is worth.
For the sake of giving it away,
I was going to give it away, definitely.
Wait after.
What is your box for
Oh, it's under there now. There should be one. See that crate? Okay, so copy that title down here. Matrix number 1. A-1-1 B-1-1 I think I didn't put the catalogue number on the Iron Maiden. I'll go back and do that. 505 0466 7 5 2. Takes me back to my Virgin R price days, been punching in cat numbers. Trying to find obscure records for people. Right, sleeve. Sleeve's actually really good, considering how poor the record is. Yeah. Really
So,
nice.
would you reckon they've just left the record out of its sleeve and it's ended up getting damaged if the sleeve's good?
Yeah, potentially. it's not been looked after well, whatever they've done with it. Yeah, it could have been left out of the sleeve and put on the side or stacked up with other vinyl, which would just make my skin crawl if I saw it. Shame. But
What's that going up for then?
Sorry?
What are you putting it up for, the darkness thing?
I'm gonna try it first on auction starting at 50 quid. See what interest I get. I'll have offers on that as well. See what goes on. I bought that in a stack and I paid a £5 for the whole stack, so quids in, whatever happens really.
Yeah.
Right, let's put in the description about the sleeve before I forget. Oh, it's got all the lyrics on, I just noticed. I believe in a thing called love.
Go on, do the next line.
Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. Can't do it as fast as he does.
I think you need to be up a few octaves as well.
Oh, can't do that. Their best track was that blooming Christmas one. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Don't let the bells end.
Yeah, it's good.
I love that. Okay, so record size is 12-inch. It's an LP. It's 2000s. It's a first pressing. It is black. Oh my goodness. 2003. I'm not going to grade it. I'm just going to use the description. Speed is 33 RPM. We're going to go auction. Scheduled. Might do it to end on Saturday night. No, Friday night. I'm going to go 9 o'clock. £50, best offer on. Save as a draft. I'm going to put it on auction. Just see what interest we get, if any, on it. Cheers.
We're starting it at a decent price.
Yeah. We will see what happens with that one.
What store level are you on? Are you on a middle store or?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not economic to be on it at the moment. We've got so little listed. But we have been for a long time. I think right now we're down to like 300 listings or something like that. Let's have a look. And I probably need to go through and delete a load because they stay as 0 quantity, whatever. And if you have them just sat there as 0, they still count to your listings total, I think.
I don't have that turned on. The out of stock thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, 301 apparently.
You can opt out of that.
Yeah, I find it handy for stuff I have multiples of.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, it's useful. And certain things I find quite regularly. And if I've still got the thing sat there, I literally just relist it, maybe to put a new picture on. Let's see if that order was paid for. They may be waiting for a combined. Oh no, that's been paid. I haven't been keeping an eye on the chat. If that was somebody in the chat, thank you so much. Oh, there's a super chat. Hang on a minute. Oh, it's Krillin. It's Rob. Thanks, Rob. Nick, any concerts coming? I'm seeing OMD next month. Oh, you'll love it. We saw OMD a couple of years back. When was that? No, it must be 3 years because of COVID. We saw OMD at an outdoor festival and they were cracking. They headlined it. Yeah, we've got Billy Idol coming up. We've got, what else have we got? Another 80s festival coming up in the summer, which we're going to with Shelley and Tom and Chris B. Can't think what else we've got lined up, Rob. But you will love OMD. If it's anything like the show we saw, they were so good and really funny as well. They're like in between bits of the songs, they were really funny. Yeah. I wouldn't have classed myself as a fan of OMD before that gig, and I came away loving them. When I have multiple of an item, I'll only put about 10% of the total stock on eBay. It seems to sell faster when you don't list it. You have 20 of something. Instead, I put about 3 to 5. Yeah, and you get that last few little red thing. Now, I remember having a conversation with eBay about, is that good practice? And they said, no, you shouldn't do that. You're not allowed. But everybody does. Everybody does.
How can they say you're not allowed? It's like,
it's because
you can't even say you're not allowed because you can't monitor it. You can't do anything about that.
No. It was so silly. At the time, we were working with eBay and they were coming on, or one of their representatives was coming on the channel. Do you remember?
Yeah.
So I had a chat with her about it, just to kind of get her opinion, because I was making a video about it as a really good way to boost your sales, like have 1 or 2 left in stock, even though you've got 50 on the shelf. And she said, oh, I'll give you my opinion, but I'll run it past my legal team first. So that's all that was, because they were like, we can't say this is good practice because technically it's a marketing device that's frowned upon. I don't know. Anyway, I think I either didn't put the video out or I took the video down because we were working closely with eBay at the time and then carried on doing it, I think. But I said to her, what if it's an item that I get in dribs and drabs of stock, or I reorder when I've sold out? You don't know whether I actually have 5 left or I've got 500 on the shelf. And she didn't really have anything to say to that. So
yeah.
Anyway, it's one of those. Hey, John, Simple Minds. Wow. They touring? I had no idea. I do like a bit of Simple Minds. That'll be awesome. Right, where was I? So that's start list done. Well, drafted. I will listen my way through that this evening, see if it actually plays, because it's not in great condition. Now these were a pair that I bought for my collection, and then I found a near mint pair. So I've got a pair of 12-inch singles, and these are the ones I'm keeping and my pride and joy in my collection. So nice. This is gatefold as well. Ta-da! Look at that. My favourite photographer, Anton Corbin. Oh, I was going to check the vinyl. Hello, Master of Pieces. I can't remember what's his name. I can't remember.
Who did you say, sorry?
Master of Pieces.
Is it Ian?
Ah, that sounds right. Good to see you, Ian. I'm so far behind on everybody's videos at the moment. I did see one of yours come up in my recommended, actually.
Oh, that's good to know.
I just haven't been watching stuff. I sometimes chat to people like yourself or whatever, and they'll start talking about some video other, and I'm like, yeah, I won't have seen it. Just don't have the headspace right now. It's weird.
Well, if you haven't got time to actually list, then you probably haven't got time to watch YouTube videos.
Yeah, right.
You've got to get your priorities right. I think I peaked at S Club Juniors with this bundle. Westlife are not worth much.
That's a sentence I never thought I'd hear anyone say. I think I peaked at S Club Juniors. That sounds all shades of wrong.
It does, doesn't it? I'm going to bundle these three Westlife ones together. It's just not worth.
Yep, 100%. I'm sure I'd do the same thing.
Oh, must be a fan out there wanting them.
Well, they've got an album out. I was on Amazon the other day looking at records that were coming out or come out, and Westlife were in the top 20 or something.
Right.
I'm sure it was them. Because I had that thought, oh, they're still going then.
Well, they stopped, and then I assume they're back together then. Run out of money, come back.
Yeah, they want a new car or an extension. Go on tour. Mum wants a bungalow. Who did that? That was
Peter Kay did
Peter
that
Kay. That's the one.
Well, mind you, one of them's gone, hasn't he? So there's only 4 of them now, isn't there?
Oh yeah, that was so long ago. Brian McFadden left.
Yeah,
one album in or something weird. Yeah. Okay, let's see what I'm likely to get back on these. Pesh mode policy of truth 12. I think I'll do the pair because it will just make me stand out. Sold. As per usual, prices are all over the shop. It's so dependent on condition, especially with Depeche Mode stuff. Let's see what's currently active. I think I'm going to go about 30 or maybe 40. Condition's really good. Well, yeah, that one's got a mark on there on the sleeve. What am I competing with? Yeah, I'm going to go 30 quid Free shipping for the pair. I think that'll get them sold pretty quick. GSP on it. I would imagine they will go abroad anyway. I'm a full-time bookseller. Nice. Today,
do you GSP everything, Nick? Do you just GSP everything, or do you do your own international?
Yeah, I GSP virtually everything now. I'm not sure we've got anything left with our own international on it. We just slowly came away from that.
Yeah. Any particular reason?
Simplicity, really.
Yeah.
Not that it's complicated to do. I can do it all on my account. I just, yeah.
I guess you just get the backup of eBay and GSP, don't you? And
yeah,
barring like item not as described, it's generally your money's safe, isn't it?
Yeah. So today eBay pulled a record of mine, Genesis in Concert unofficial. It's a rare record though because it's not an official. Yeah, so if they're seeing it as an unofficial bootleg, I had a U2 one pulled once, unofficial bootleg CD that was taken down. Can't remember what I did with that in the end. I did sell it somewhere. Can't remember how I got rid of it, but I sold it. It was snowing here, yeah, but it's now sunshine. It can't make its mind up. Hello, Aid. Books never worked for me. I would like to try again. I've really enjoyed doing books recently. Had big success with the Warhammer stuff and with some early like role-playing games books. They blew my mind. They sold fast and for silly money. Yeah, special interest stuff.
I don't do a lot of books, but I have had really good success with. Do you know the folio books?
Yeah, I've heard others talk about that.
Yeah, I
the
got
brand, or is folio the brand, or that style of slipcase?
I think it's the brand. I think it's
the brand.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, if you see those, I wouldn't necessarily say automatically pick them up, but definitely look them up if you see folio books. I did really well on some that I picked up. So I always look for them now. And I contacted Mel about them as well. And she said, oh, yeah, definitely look out for folio stuff. So
yeah, I remember years back, we did a little charity shop video. And I remember a comment saying, oh, my God, you didn't pick up those folio books. And that piqued my interest. And I never did anything about it. Yeah.
Some are not. There's a lot not worth it because I've looked up folios since that I've seen in charity shops and stuff, and there's some of them not worth it. But now and again, you get the odd banger.
Yesterday, I felt kind of bad. I bought some Wanted albums, unaware of Tom Parker being unwell. Yes, he sadly passed away. I thought he had the all clear from. It was a brain tumor, I think, and I heard the news yesterday that he'd passed away.
That's the first news I heard of it, that he just died. I didn't know that.
Yeah, young guy. What was he, 30 or something like that?
33, I think he was.
Right. Afterwards, the album sold. It's always the way when somebody dies. Suddenly they're peaking interest, and yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. Wow, it's 5:30. How long do you normally work for, or do you have fixed times you work?
Normally, to be fair, I'm normally done by now.
okay.
I'm just staying on to. I'm probably going to finish me things. I've got one left, so I'll do that, and then I'll probably call time.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll get these DM pair listed, well drafted. Okay, so where was I?
We got the tickets with this one, wet tickets. They dropped out before when I was doing a live. They fell out of the book. So,
What period's that from then?
This ticket was at the 9X Arena in Manchester, 18th of December, 95.
Oh. They would have been really quite big then, I guess.
Yeah. Picture this at Christmas tour.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were huge. Early 90s, they were massive.
Mm.
Having number ones all the time and huge tours and albums. It was never really my bag.
I had spiked hair, a bit like he did in the early days. Spiky, when he was doing like Sweet Little Mystery and get a little help from my friends.
That's it. Well, Sweet Little Mystery was like 87. That's their first album, isn't it? Popped in, sold out when they were like little, cute little boys, really, back then.
Yeah, I think I was. Yeah, it was around that period. I had spiked hair. Sort of junior school, so about when I was about 10, 11. So that would be right because I was born in 78. So, yeah.
Yeah, I used to gel my quiff naturally goes up these days, but I used to do the whole gel thing and have it all kind of spiky in the late 80s, early 90s. I even had that do you remember that floppy style where you had an undercut and a floppy thing like that?
Like curtains?
Yeah, I had that for a while. Terrible look.
The worst one for me was probably like mid-90s when everyone was doing the Oasis look, flat down the front, like Noel Gallagher type, Liam Gallagher look. That's terrible. I've got a certain type of hair to get away with it.
And one big monobrow, did you?
No.
Go for that?
No.
Okay, right. Let's draft this. So we will sell similar.
Do you think the tickets add, a decent amount of value to this? Because the program's not really worth much. The program's probably worth like maybe £5 to £10. But do you think with the tickets?
I'd say it would just help yours sell. I don't think it would have much value. I'd say if somebody wants that and they're browsing, they'll buy yours because it's got them. But I wouldn't bump it up too much.
Too much, yeah.
It depends what you think you've assessed the demand is. But is it much for wet stuff? I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah, there's quite a bit sold, but not so much programs. T-shirts, CDs.
Yeah. So I would tend to keep it competitive and just make yours the one that next person who wants it's going to take.
Okie doke.
But yeah, who knows? It's weird. I've bought a few programs for the bands that I'm into, but I'm not really fussed about tickets. I guess some people would be super keen. Okay, so 2 times Depeche Mode, Policy of Truth, 1990, 12-inch single. Let's put the cat numbers in the title if we can.
Wet playing on Radio 2 says Gashead.
Nice. Stroke 12. Boom. 19. Okay, so 2 times Depeche Mode, Policy of Truth, 1990, 12-inch single record. Actually, that's vinyl single rather than that. 12-inch vinyl, singles. And canvas. So we have condition is used. Vinyl is in. Am I going to go excellent? Let's have another look. Oh, I think one's very good, one's excellent. Vinyl on the standard edition is excellent. On the gatefold is very good. Yeah. The gatefold sleeve is in excellent, crisp, clean condition. The sleeve on the standard issue has damage where a sticker was removed. That's annoying. Slight wear. Damage in top right corner where a sticker was removed. And general light wear. That's what I tend to do with vinyl. There's the whole grading thing that you can do within the listings, but it's so kind of subjective. I'd rather write out a really long-winded sentence and it's all there.
Yeah.
And if the buyer thinks that's very good or excellent or whatever, it is what it is. But
well, it really is subjective, isn't it? To like what you grade something as.
Yep.
You know, is a different expectation to what someone else grades something at.
And as a frequent buyer of vinyl, it's all over the place. What you get.
It's like when I'm listing like comics and stuff like that, and I never put a grade on it. I just describe it as much as I can, like photograph the corners. I just refuse to grade them.
Yeah, last time I had a big collection of comics I went to, I literally put in the listing, I am not a comic expert. These are as I see them in this, you know.
Exactly that.
It takes a while to word it all and write it all in, but I had no comeback on any of them.
No.
Because also you're describing every floor, so there is no comeback. It's there in black and white, and I'm not saying it is graded as such. So there's that wiggle room. I am telling you exactly what's wrong with it. Okay, so specifics. Here we go. Vinyl. Dance and electronica. We'll go with that for Depeche Mode. You could call them many things. I'll put pop in there as well. Record label is mute. 12-inch. Maxi single. Electro synth. Features gatefold. Edition, they are first press, so we'll go with that. Color is black vinyl. released in 1990. And I'll pick the gradings out. There we go. It's also kind of really difficult to use the gradings if you're listing a pair because they're different.
Yeah, sure.
Custom bundle, yes. 2 times 12-inch singles. Right, done. So I'm going to go fixed price on these, 30 quid. I think I'm going to stick with free shipping, 1 mile 48, which has GSP on it as well. Yep, free, save draft, right, success. Oops. And these are mine anyway, so these have been played through several times. I quite enjoyed that. We'll have to do this again.
Yeah, sure.
Right, so next time I'll get a bit more organised and see if Mr. Vinegar Jar, who is no longer the Vinegar Jar, is about.
The artist formerly known as.
Do you use a special box for LPs? When I have them, I have a lot in stock. I have about 20 or 30 because I'm totally addicted to record buying again. If not, I just use corrugated card and make up a square thing about an inch or two wider than the records and do that, maybe 2 layers of that. And I've never had a problem with that at all.
I think Brum reseller John uses, does he use pizza boxes?
Pizza boxes, yeah. I've had a couple of deliveries from John. There's some coming now. I bought more stuff off John a few days ago. Yeah, he orders in bulk, I think, pizza boxes.
I guess the good thing with that is you can probably get more than one in a pizza box. So if somebody orders multiples, you can get a few in.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I bought a little stack from him a while back. They all came in one box. Worked fine. Hello, James. I'll buy that for $1. You won't buy these for $1. That's not happening.
Nice try.
What's that? What did you say?
What did you say, sorry?
Oh, I thought you said...
I just said nice try.
Nice try. I see.
I'll tell you what, maybe you can have it for $1, but then it'll be $29.99 for the shipping.
Yeah, we could do that.
Remember when eBay used to do that? Everyone used to list stuff like really cheap so that you could be at the lowest price, but then put stupid shipping on it. It used to be like that on eBay.
No, you know why they did it, don't you? Because they only had the final value fee on the item price.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's what it was. Yeah, that was in the early days when it was all like Wild West. People figured out you could get virtually free selling because there was no fee on the postage. So they would sell a 30 quid item for 99p with 30 quid postage.
Right.
And then hence why people moan, oh, but why are there fees on the postage? Because it stopped all of that messing about. Yeah. That's
I didn't even cross my mind that was what it was. I just remember in the early days it used to be like that.
Yeah, totally was. Okay, well, I think we will wrap up for now. We may do this again. We may do it on Chris's channel sometime. I may see who else is about next time if I get organised.
No problem.
Thanks for joining me. If you're not subbed to Chris, please do so. It's Cookie and the Haydens, isn't it, the channel?
Mm-hmm.
Just search that and you'll find it, no problem. I will put a link after the fact. Anyway, if you're watching this after, so please go and give Chris some support. You got videos coming out soon?
I got a boot sale video at the weekend from last weekend. That'll be out. Picked up when we went back up to Manchester. We went to a boot sale and picked a load of stuff up. Loads of stuff.
Nice.
Most of what I've listed today is from that pickup. So you'll see it all being picked up, literally.
Good stuff. Okay, we will go. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your chatter. I'm sorry we ignored you most of the time. We actually got some work done. I listed a whole 3 things. Well, drafted. Success. That's a lot for me. All right. Cheers, Chris. I do appreciate it.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks, Nick.
Take care. Bye.